Welcome back to another video. Today I will show you how I create my themed jewelry collection for my shop, brainstorming stage and coming up with ideas. I usually have an idea of what I want to make. Most often it is inspired by the season and nature. Other times it may be a particular element that I especially love and will focus on, like a butterfly. If I don't know what I want to create, I like to put on some music and browse inspiring artworks and illustrations, or watch movies that I love. I would also flip through art books or botanical albums of plants and flowers. This always sparks new ideas. I like to go through my gemstones to see if any of them could create a theme together. A collection could be focused around a certain gemstone, like amber, for example. Amber is actually excellent for autumn, and there are many elements that can be combined with it. Pick an element, like a leaf, and you have a base for a collection of lovely pieces for the fall season. Choosing gemstones for jewelry pieces. Once I know what I want to create, it's time to pick the gemstones. For example, for my Hanafubuki collection, I will pick mostly purple and pink gems. I might also include some pale green. Hanafubuki means shower of cherry blossoms, and each element is meant to celebrate spring and blooming flowers, fresh nature and sunshine. That's why this color scheme and elements fit there the best. I like to put aside the gemstones that caught my eye and I like the most. Here I've put them onto this board with a double-sided sticky tape on it, so I can have a good look at all of them at a glance. I will then go back to it many times to see if I want to add anything or remove from this selection. With some of the gemstones, I already know if they will be rings or necklaces. With others, I am yet to decide. I will play around with different combinations to see if some gems would look nice paired together. Drawing my designs. If a design I have in mind is more complicated and detailed, I will draw it in my sketchbook. I will plan the placement of each detail and element. I usually try to make the drawing in the actual size that the jewelry piece will be. It makes it much easier to plan everything, and it also makes it easier to imagine how the final piece might look like. Not to mention that I enjoy flipping through my sketchbooks and looking back at previous ideas. Not every design will be made into jewelry. Some stay as concept drawings, which sometimes inspire new pieces, sometimes not. And that's okay. Not every idea needs to be made. Some can be a creative practice. Choosing sizes. Rings have to be made in sizes, and sometimes picking a size is a very difficult decision, especially if there are only a few rings or when each ring is of a different design and one of a kind. How to decide on a size? The easiest way is to go for a most popular average size, which is usually around something like 7. But what about other sizes? Smaller, larger ones? This is obviously not ideal. Well, the decision will depend on your experience and your customers. Make the ring in a size that you feel is most comfortable to fit more people. If you're making several rings, try to make them in a range of sizes. Final pieces and working on them. After picking the designs that I know for sure will make it to the final collection, I will start working on them. Well, there's always a maybe pile too, that may or may not be finished. Time will tell how many pieces I will actually be able to complete, because they all take time and you can't always predict what will happen in life or in the studio. Something may break, you might get sick, you just gotta go with the flow and be flexible. I usually try to work on each item separately. It makes it easier to track the time and supplies, which then helps with pricing. Sometimes, however, I may work on several pieces simultaneously. I just need to divide my time accordingly when pricing. Taking photos and promoting. I often use photos of the designs or of the first finished pieces or the gemstones to announce the collection on social media. I keep sharing photos of new pieces as soon as they are finished to promote the collection and remind my viewers and followers about the launch date. And that's how I create a themed jewelry collection for my shop. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, you could check out this video about how I started.